the abandoned carnival stood as a decrepit testament to a forgotten era, its once vibrant colors faded and peeling. Among the various rusted rides, the Ferris wheel remained the most haunting, its skeletal frame reaching towards the sky like a relic of the past. As dusk settled over the desolate grounds, I found myself inexplicably drawn to the Ferris wheel, the air heavy with a sense of anticipation. I climbed onto the rusty platform, the creaking of the metal beneath my feet echoing through the stillness. The wind carried a mournful whisper that seemed to beckon me upward. With a mixture of trepidation and curiosity, I stepped into one of the old, rickety cabins and pulled the safety bar down. As the Ferris wheel began to creak into motion, a shiver ran down my spine. The view from above was haunting, a panorama of abandoned carnival booths and overgrown pathways, all bathed in the pale light of the moon. The cabin swayed gently, the rhythmic creaking becoming a ghostly melody in the night. At the top of the wheel's rotation, the cabin shuddered to a stop, leaving me suspended high above the ground. The wind whistled through the metal framework, and the air grew colder, as though a spectral presence was lingering nearby. I peered out of the cabin, my breath catching as I saw a figure standing at the base of the Ferris wheel. The figure was dressed in an old-fashioned circus performer's costume, complete with a tattered top hat and faded ruffles. Its face was obscured by shadows, but I could feel its gaze fixed on me. My heart raced, and I tried to look away, but an irresistible force compelled me to keep watching. A haunting tune began to fill the air, a melancholic melody that seemed to come from nowhere and everywhere at once. The figure's hands moved in a graceful dance, as if manipulating invisible strings that produced the haunting music. It was both mesmerizing and unsettling, a performance that transcended the boundaries of the living and the spectral. I leaned out of the cabin, my voice trembling as I called out, "Who are you?" The figure's head tilted slightly, as though acknowledging my presence. And then, with a graceful gesture, it extended its hand towards me, as if inviting me to join the dance. A mixture of fear and fascination gripped me, and against my better judgment, I climbed out of the cabin and onto the platform. The wind whipped through my hair, and the music enveloped me, its mournful notes wrapping around my very being. I began to move, my steps mirroring the figure's dance. It was as though I was in a trance, guided by an otherworldly force that flowed through me. The ground seemed to fade away, and I felt weightless, as if I were dancing among the stars themselves. Time lost all meaning as the dance continued, the figure and I moving as one, our movements weaving a tapestry of emotion and energy. And then, as the music reached its crescendo, the figure's form began to dissipate, its essence merging with the wind and the night. The music faded, and I found myself back on the platform of the Ferris wheel, my breath ragged and my heart pounding. The night was still and silent, the haunting melody nothing more than a memory. The Ferris wheel creaked back into motion, carrying me down to solid ground. As I stepped off the platform, I couldn't shake the feeling that I had experienced something extraordinary, a connection with a spirit that had lingered in the abandoned carnival for decades. The haunted Ferris wheel had become a conduit for a spectral performance, a dance that transcended time and left me with a profound sense of wonder and a newfound appreciation for the mysteries of the unknown.